All right. Emergency press conference brought to you by Yeti. Okay. Fantasy basketball. Again. A little concerned because I'm really starting to enjoy the league even more than I have. And I know that we've had some issues this year with Kratz tanking. And I think once that happened, once he was selling off all his assets, I think the league lost a lot of steam. And now we're in the playoffs, and nobody would ever know that we are in the playoffs. A little frustrating. There's been hardly no communication from the front office, really about anything. And Kellen's whole thing, he'll say, "Oh, well, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do?" Update people, keep people interested. I guess I could do videos, and I did the videos, and I to be honest, I just feel a lot of stuff on my keyboard here. I feel like the league definitely is losing steam, and to be honest, I kind of want to take a poll, and I'll put a poll out on the GroupMe after this, just to see how many people are actually still interested in continuing this league, or are we just going to disband this league? It's almost as if nobody really cares anymore. Yeah, we're all just here just setting our lineups. Also, I think maybe we should look at this next year, just disbanding conferences, either altogether or once the playoffs come, and just have the 6 best teams battle it out. It could introduce some, maybe some more intriguing matchups. Have the 2 best records sit it out in the first round, have the other 4 duke it out. If that is possible, I would like that. I think Kellen could kind of finagle that. Maybe we do have to have the divisions because ESPN doesn't really allow for a format that's kind of free-flowing. But I really think that once the teams make the playoffs, those 6 teams, 2 best records are sitting, and then everybody else is seeded up. What would it be? It'd be 3 through 6, and just go at it. A lot can change in the next week, but if we're taking a look at what it is right now, Omar's getting smoked a bit. Omar's getting smoked a lot. And then you have Emerson down, barely losing field goals, down by 6 threes, smoked in everything else. Like it's pretty much over. There's not 3 categories I think Emerson can make up. He's down over 100 assists, 30 steals, 16 blocks. I guess Jaren Jackson doesn't have a lot of home games. So I would have liked to see it, and I get it. Even if we went with my method, Emerson would have drawn Kellen, and Omar would have drawn Conrad, because the 2 best records versus the 2 non-best records, aside from the buys. But introduce this. If you had introduced Aren into it, Aren may have had to play Emerson, and Kellen could have got a bye. That could have been a little bit more of an intriguing matchup. I think that we just got to scrap the conferences when it comes to playoffs. Just have the best records stack up against each other. I really think there needs to be more engagement. I know we say this every year, but the engagement really just stops we hit a wall. And I get it. It's fantasy basketball. We all, I think, for the most part, have lives, but it's still something to come home to. For the single people, or for the people not married, or for the people not having kids, or for the single people, or for the people not married or having kids. It's still, and even, Lou has kids. Lou's more active than Kellen. Lou has more kids than Kellen. Who would have thought? No, I really just think the engagement just suffers, and I find it not as enjoyable. I'm not saying we need to go all out and do a newsletter every week, but some more engagement from other owners would definitely be nice, 100%, instead of just the same 4 or 5 people every time. I was kind of hoping it'd be more of a rant. I could talk about Joe Biden. That would suck. That'd be worse than this. The guy's an idiot. So, whatever. It's gonna fall on deaf ears. It always has fell on deaf ears. It's not like me saying anything is really gonna make a difference, because it's not. It's just people complaining again. It's never enough. Yeah. Well, once Kratz sold off all his assets, which he had every right to do, the league was just kind of like, well, he's just making bogus trades now. Yeah, Karl-Anthony Towns for Malachi Branham. That's a good one. So, hey, at least he did get Walker Kessler, though. Walker Kessler's pretty damn good. So, all right, it's brought to you by Yeti. They don't sponsor this, but these are good koozies. So, all right, that's all I got. I'm just exhausted of doing the same shit over and over again. I thought it was going to be more of a rant. I'll better prepare myself next time. I don't really have any jokes to say, so it's really not enjoyable. I could talk about the stock market, but that probably hurt people. So, all right, goodbye.